I'm Nikita Shah. I'm the assistant psychologist at ADHD service. So we basically do assessments, diagnose the patients, send out referral forms. We do community outreach. We also are planning on psychoeducational groups for patients with ADHD. Increasing the awareness around ADHD is definitely what we're planning to do through community outreach. So for example, today was our session at Charlton FC for coaches to increase their awareness about ADHD amongst children and adults, players.
We've got a really big community of players across the age groups from under 9 right up to under 21, and there's a lot of difference in the boys that we deal with in the academy. And in terms of sort of getting to know them really well and dealing with their behaviours and supporting them to be the best version of themselves as footballers, it's really important to be able to understand them better. I think from my perspective as a coach and as sort of supporting the coaches in our academy programme, I think in the modern world we need to be much more aware of the difference of individuals and be very capable of supporting them in very new and different ways. So it was a really interesting opportunity to hear some strategies as well as some fact-based knowledge around what was going to be very helpful, hopefully, for us going forward in terms of supporting our players.
We do come across definitely some students that are affected by this condition, and it's interesting to find a bit more about how the condition impacts the young people and potentially measures that we can put in place to help them manage that.
The amount of people that have got some sort of ADHD in their lives, that was probably an interesting thing. So there must be a small community certainly within our own playing staff, as I was saying. I think some of the useful points were really around to how to recognise those things and also then how to support and know what to look for, and then know how to strategise the dealing with those individuals. That was really helpful, I think.
I think we'll take away some of those ideas and try and implement them to make our environment as inclusive as possible, and that's what we strive towards. So ensuring we do take on board things like these from this workshop today will help us to get to that place eventually.
ADHD is such a pertinent topic when it comes to sports. The amount of energy that an ADHD has, I think it's unheard of. And you will see a lot of people who are undiagnosed who are in sports. And again, it works two ways. One, to identify if somebody has got problems in relation to ADHD when they are whilst they're being athletes, plus how is the physical exertion and the physical exercise helping them to overcome the features of ADHD. So it goes two ways. It's not just one way, it's got two ways. So it's positives and identifying if there's anything that we can do help the community who have got ADHD.
We're planning on going to universities. We're also planning to go to religious centers, such as mosques or churches from some communities. People prefer going to them and speaking about their children. Okay, this is my problem with my child's being naughty, as they say. So I think these outreach works will help increase more awareness. People at the head of such institutions can speak to the parents as well as identify potential patients, and hence we can outreach more communities through that.
I think the aim is to give them strategies to help people in the communities to deal with ADHD. A lot of, I think 33% of the cases of ADHD, they are mild to moderate. And if they're mild, they do not require any medication. They require techniques, strategies, structure to help them. So if we reach out to them, if we tell them that this is what we're going to do, and they start applying it in the community, they won't ever need a diagnosis, because whatever they require, we are bringing it to them and we are trying to inculcate it into their system so that they are able to strategize it better. So in a way, not increasing the number of ADHD assessment, but actually decreasing the number of ADHD assessment. That's what the main goal is.